Let's talk about the Forex. Lately, I see the Forex industry also growing, and a lot of Muslim people are trading on it. And it has spot trading, futures, and different tradings. So, what's your opinion about that?
So about Forex, right now we can divide it into two. Number one is the theoretical concept of foreign exchange. Number one, that how currencies can be exchanged with each other. That is a theoretical aspect, and then how it is being practiced as a Forex trading. These are the two things. So let me briefly give you the Sharia approach towards these two things. If you look at conceptually what is foreign exchange, then it means that you have one currency and then you want to exchange it for another. Sharia approves it as long as it fulfills the conditions of Sharia, the fiqhi conditions of bay'u sarf or currency exchange. So it says that it has to be yadan bi yadin, and there should be no extra value there is no extra portion in the counter values if the janus is same. For example, if you have so how can it be done? You have US dollar and you want to exchange it with UAE dirham, then it has to be on the spot, and the possession should be taken place for both parties in the same on the spot as well. As long as it is being done, then it is Sharia compliant. You can exchange one currency with another. In the Islamic fiqh also, people used to exchange dinar with dirhams, like gold coins with silver coin as well. So it was acceptable as long as there is an exchange rate which was understood by the parties, and they did it on the spot. The possession should also take place on the spot. So the transaction is concluded on the spot, then it is okay. So now, as a concept, it is okay, but so for example, a person can buy US dollar today and take the possession of the US dollar, and then later on, let's suppose that he wants to sell it, he can sell it easily in the spot market only. But there is another way when things get complicated. For example, an extra portion, how it can happen in the same genus. Let's suppose that I have $100 bill, $100 note, right? But I want to break it, I want to change it for loose coins. But somebody says that, okay, I will give you some loose coins of dollars as well, but I will give you only $98 or 95, right? I say okay, because I need the loose money, so please take this $100 bill and give me $98 only in return as a loose money, in the form of loose money. This is not Sharia compliant. Why? Because that $2 extra which you have taken from me will become riba, again interest. So that's why Sharia says that it has to be on the spot and it should not have a extra counter value if the same janus is there. Of course, if the janus is changed, for example, you are exchanging US dollar with UAE dirham, so that both the currencies are different, so you can basically have extra. That's why right now you can see that like 3.67 UAE dirham is equal to $1. So you are paying extra in terms of the UAE dirham, but it's still okay because US dollar and UAE dirham are two different currencies. This is conceptual side. Now let's quickly move on to the practice, that how Forex trading is being done. So to the best of my knowledge, number one is, you can see that in today's world, the Forex trading is very fast, and it is being done online, right? So because of that, you cannot fulfill the requirement of having possession and transfer. And there are some other issues with this as well, because it makes the transaction very slow. Let's suppose that you want to buy dollars. If you wait until the dollars basically comes to your account, only then you will be able to sell. Then Forex trading, in the world of Forex trading, it is very, very slow. Number two, you have to also pay the transfer fees and exchange rate fees also if you are buying them, right? So the fees will be very high, the cost will be very high, and it will be a very slow process. To make it very fast, they have introduced CFDs. It is called a contract for differences, CFDs. So what it does is actually it does not give you the subject matter or the underlying currency directly to you, but basically when you want to sell it, for example, or buy it, then it will make a difference and then give the difference to the buying and selling party, whatever it is. For example, I want to buy $10,000 with my UAE dirhams, right? And I am doing CFDs actually. So how I will do, I will buy the CFD, not the $10,000 itself, but the CFD of $10,000, right? And then if let's suppose that I make a profit, my $10,000 in value becomes more in the form of let's suppose British pound. So I will sell my CFDs of $10,000 in the British pound, and then I will buy another CFD. So again, because the company, it is very, very difficult for the platform which is offering you these trading pairs to have all the currencies at one time and maintain the volume of those currencies. Because of course, like if they are selling British pound, let's suppose 1 million British pound, then they have to have 1 million British pound in their possession. Yes. If they are against that, if they, let's suppose there is 1 million US dollar, 1 million Japanese yen and Chinese renminbi, Russian ruble, etc. So they have to maintain the volume of those currencies in their own accounts, and they have to then transfer it whenever there is a transaction. So it is very, very difficult to do that. So to make it easy, they have introduced this instrument which is called CFDs, but CFDs is a proxy. It does not give you actual possession of the underlying currency. Because of that, now, like I said before, conceptually Sharia only allows you when you do it on a spot. So now there is no spot transaction of the actual currency. Because of that, it is not Sharia compliant.